Hey there, it's Trucker Wayne with Driver Solutions. How's everybody today? I wanted to talk about the anti-diesel gel that we put in there when it's super cold. So, every time I post one of these, people do chime in, and I'm glad they do, about maybe I'm over putting too much anti-gel in there, or what kind of fuel do I have? Is it winterized and all that? That's great stuff to mention, because where we get our fuel depends a lot on if we, how much anti-gel we should be putting in to the fuel. And one of the things, like for example, and I bring this up because I was thinking about this just last couple days. A couple days ago, I have a 200-gallon tank, and I filled up in Oklahoma. I tried to look around to see if I could get an idea if there were signs posting like they have in North Dakota, whether it was winterized and if it's guaranteed to a certain degree, and I didn't see any. So in Oklahoma, I'm filling up, and I'm heading up to North Dakota and Fargo, and then I'm heading up even farther north into Canada, and some of that fuel will be in that tank, right? So basically, I'm assuming, and I could assume wrong, but I'm assuming the worst, where I'm just getting this fuel and it doesn't have any additives. So I have to make sure that I add the anti-gel before it gets cold. That's super important. It really does surprise me that our company in particular, and a couple other companies I worked with, people get their diesel gel and it starts gelling. I should say their diesel does gel up, and we get messages about that. And sometimes it's people that have a year or two in and should know better. But here's the thing with the anti-gel, and I keep calling it anti-gel, but winterizing stuff, the stuff that makes your diesel not gel. What's super important is that I put it in back in Kansas when it was a little bit warmer, because now I'm in the cold and it has to work through the entire fuel system. It doesn't make any sense to wait until it's cold and then all of a sudden it's 13 degrees like it is now, and I'm throwing it in there. Well, that doesn't make any sense, because you're getting that diesel, and if it's not treated, you're at 13 degrees with the wind, and it needs to have, you have to put it in before so it works itself. And I'm repeating myself, but it's that important that it has to work itself through the entire fuel system, and that's what I did a couple hundred miles back. So I made sure I put enough in there. Now the next time I fill up, I'm going to be in North Dakota, where I know it's I think some people call it level 1 or treated 1 or whatever, and it does have a sign where I fill up there, because I saw it, that it's rated for negative 30 degrees below zero. I still, company policy has me putting in the anti-gel. It's not up to me. I always follow policy when it comes to stuff like that. But just remember, and I think it's super important, that you don't wait until it gets cold. That if you know you're going someplace where it is going to be cold, you get it in there and get it worked in that fuel system before it gets cold. So you don't actually gel up, and it does make a difference. If it starts to, you can tell all your power is going away. The truck might not completely stop, but you lose all your power. It's icing up in there. So there's a little winter tip from Trucker Wayne. Please add something. If last time I posted this, we had some great advice from people on there. We always love that advice. I am not 100% correct in a lot of this stuff. I just roll as I roll and give you advice, and then we do get people that talk about how they do it, which is awesome. There's about 100 ways to do this job, and if you do something a certain way, give a shout out, man. Tell you how you do it with the anti-gel and what you look for. Okay, this is Trucker Wayne with Driver Solutions, with the positive path to trucking success. You can check that out on Facebook. Check my Facebook page out at Trucker Wayne. It's getting bigger all the time. And also check out me at www.truckerwayne.com. And I'm out.